Hello, hello. Sorry for the little late start tonight. I know we're a little bit behind, but we are live. How is everybody tonight? Hello, bruh. Alex, David, T. Samuel. Hello. Hi, Alex. Wow, Alex, you're here early. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Gasper. Hi, Adam. Hi, Ace. 4014. Hello. Bang. Hello, Alex. Hey. Crete. Hey. Style. Hello. Whoa, 40 people already. Holy cow. How is everybody tonight? Sorry for the late start. Got my mocha, got my coffee. You can't do a live stream without mocha. That's like a rule. Oh, and I have a surprise for everybody tonight. Hello from Australia. Hello, Tyler. 1 second. I was in such a hurry to get everything going, I left something in the other room. But it's here. I've got it. I have a surprise for everybody tonight. Oh, it is inside this. Any guesses? Thought I'd give you all a little treat tonight. Hi, RMS Titanic. Damon, Georgia. Hi, Georgia. I tried your, thank you for the whole disclaimer thing to try to deal with the whole copyright thing. The violin, the violin. Yes, it is the violin. I thought if you all would like me to, I thought I might play something for you guys tonight. Now, keep in mind, I'm not an expert violin player or anything. It's just, I did it when I was in school, like high school and stuff like that. So I haven't played it a lot since then, but I still know a little bit. So I thought I might do it. Whoa, first $5 super chat. Thank you. Let's see, from Propane. My stream is starting soon, and I still have a picture of you on my desk. Oh, thank you. You have a picture of me on your desk? Really? Drew, can you do a video on Mount St. Helens? You know, Mount St. Helens is something that I was interested in doing. I was actually thinking about doing a video with that. I thought about comparing Mount St. Helens to Pompeii, but I didn't get to that in that video. So let's see. Hi, Roblox. Hi from Scotland. Hi, Nathan. Hi from West Virginia. Play Near My God to Thee. I do have one song picked out that I'm going to do. And I do have this right here. This is really old from when I was still in high school, like 10 years ago. But I've got a song picked out that I'm going to do for you guys, if you all would like me to. Let me know in the chat. Would you all like me to play a song for you guys tonight on my violin? Millie, I sadly have to go to sleep because it's gone. It's past 12 a.m. Oh, well, sorry to see you go, but I got you. Ori Paynham. Okay, Ori Paynham, I see it. All right, but stop spamming it, please. But yeah, we do have a surprise. Steele, yes, yes, yes. Kat, Sam, how are you? I'm doing good. Actor, are you on social media? I just have a Facebook, but I don't have anything like Twitter or anything like that. Jess, hi from the UK. Can you do violin on a video on the cleanup of Titanic? Maybe a story of the unknown child. I'm going to do a dedicated video about the children of Titanic. That is on my list, and it's something I've been meaning to do. That actually might be the next video. And, you know, cover the story of like 3 children. I was thinking maybe Eva Hart. Ron, hey, can you do a video on the sinking of the Queen Mary? The Queen Mary didn't sink. David, please play violin, and when you finish, say, gentlemen, it has been a pleasure playing with you tonight. I need to play Near My God to Thee for that, but okay. William, I'm drawing the Titanic while watching this. That's cool. I'd like to see that. You know, I went up to the grocery store today, and I just dropped by. There's a Goodwill right there beside my grocery store, and I walked inside just to look around, and they actually had Titanic on VHS tape. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Kelvin, $5. Thank you. Have you ever or will ever do a deep dive on the El Faro? El Faro? I'm not familiar with what that is. What is the? I am going to Google that. Thank you for the 5. El Faro. Let's see. El Faro. There it is. El Faro. It's a United States flag combination. It was a ship. Huh. It was a. Did it sink or something? It was a cargo ship that went down. It looks like it sank. I'll have to look it up. I'd never heard of it until you mentioned it. But thank you for the super chat. Let's see. I just saw a question that I was interested. Damon, I think. Yeah, Damon. Question: why didn't the Britannic split? It had to do with how it went down. For a ship to split in two, there's a huge amount of factors in it. But the Britannic didn't have. I don't think the Britannic had anywhere near the strain on the hull that the Titanic did, just from the way that they went down. Alex, yes, the classic phrase. It's on my list. Well, you know what? It is on my list, and I am going to get to it. And honestly, I've been planning to do the whole children thing for a long time now. So I'm going to get to it, Alex. Don't be doubting. I'm just messing. AP, hello. Hello, AP. Crete, are you going to do a video on the Olympic and her career? Yes, the Olympic is on my list. I would very much like to get my Olympic model, but then again, that and Titanic look almost identical. So. Ori Panem, we should make merch. It's on my list. Haha. I am going to make merch. I've actually been talking to somebody about that. I know everything's kind of slow going. I know it was a joke, Alex. I was just messing with you. RMS Titanic, do you play video games? Yeah, I do. Jeff, I was thinking a dedicated video following Thomas Andrews did on the voyage. He seems very composed and very well. Yeah, a dedicated video on Thomas Andrews is something I want to do. That was actually one of the first videos on my channel. Actually, I think it was the very first channel that I made on the Titanic series was on Thomas Andrews. If you want to go look at it, it's still there. But I was considering, let me know what you all think of this. Would you all like a dedicated video series on like remasters? Like, where I've had to re-upload some videos lately due to my whole copyright situation. What if I went back and remastered some of my old videos? What do you all think of that? One second. Lucas, bye. I have to go. All right. Have a good night, Lucas. Steele, yes, sure. Sad face. Damien, how come they scrapped the Olympic? It would have been nice. Yeah, but the reason they scrapped the Olympic, you have to think about at the time, it was the middle of the Great Depression, and people at the time didn't care about old ships, Ships were no different to people back then than airplanes are to us today. So as much as we would have all loved to have the Olympics still be around, back then they just didn't care. Nate, the cutting room floor, will you do a video on the Mauritania? Yes, I will. Brick, Sam, what is your favorite video game? Halo 2, without question. Halo 2. Halo 2 is my favorite game. Maybe Kerbal Space Program. Halo 2 is my favorite shooter. Kerbal Space Program is probably my favorite game in recent times. That's the game I put the most time into. Linder, $2. Thank you. Can you do a video on the USS Indianapolis, please? Once again, it's on my list. Lilsey, hello. Padme, opinions on Ismay and his portrayal. That's a complicated question. I don't hate Ismay. I don't think he was a villain. I think he made a lot of the wrong decisions that night, but he wasn't a bad guy. And I don't think he left the Titanic till right around 2 a.m. And there's a lot of dispute over when he left the ship. And I think he was ordered in by Murdoch. That's my opinion. I don't think he just jumped in. But I mean, he actually did help some people escape. But the fact that he, essentially owned the Titanic and got off the ship without even getting his feet wet, it didn't look good. And then the fact that he tried to bail and go straight back to New York, go back to England right after the Titanic went down. Rosie's right here, by the way. Rosie's walking around a lot. So he just didn't look good. Let's see. Question: why didn't the Britannic's watertight doors close? Because they got warped by the hull from the explosion. Blob, 0.79. Thank you. Let's see. Emily, I actually made it to one of these. Hey, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Ross, Kerbal Space Program is hard. Yes, it is very hard. It took me forever just to learn how to get to the moon. It's a hard game because you have to know space mechanics. Huck, Sam, did you know that I picked to do history at school because of watching your videos on your channel? Thank you. Oh, that's awesome. That's a big compliment. Thank you. Bun, can you please show Rosie? She walked into the other room, but I will have her on the show later. Ron, what if the Titanic sank by a torpedo? Depend on where it got torpedoed. Riz, can you do a history on the Aquitania? I talked about that earlier. I am going to get to Aquitania. Aw, Georgia, super chat, $10. Thank you so much. Send my love to Rosie. She is the cutest. Aw, thank you. Rosie's a doll, baby. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you for all your help. You've been really good at helping me like figure out this whole copyright thing. And I saw your comments. We talked a little bit. So thank you for your help. You are all awesome. And you're awesome too. David, when can you play your violin? Here in a little bit. I'll get to it. Damien, you're my favorite YouTuber. Thank you. Bun, what kind of dog is Rosie? She's a golden retriever. Elemental, will you make a gaming channel? Hi from Canada. I don't know. I don't play video games a ton these days. Every now and again I do, but I have a big backlog of games I've been meaning to play. I just haven't gotten to them yet. So as of lately, I've been kind of hooked to Call of Duty. Let's see. Kerr, I was studying for a music theory test when you started your live stream. Oh, well, don't let me keep you from your studies, man. Ice. What was on G deck in Titanic? I'd have to go look. I've actually never thought about it. I would imagine just crew stuff, but let's see. Madison, what made you want to make a YouTube channel? Well, Madison, I've always wanted to make a YouTube channel. It's something that I've always thought about doing. My family was a big part of it. But I'm a big travel guy and I love history, and like I've always wanted to go and visit like all these historic places, especially ships. Ships have always been a big passion of mine. And I just didn't have time. I was just so busy from work or working, and I didn't have time until everything happened. I was actually a technician on a copper mine in Arizona when COVID-19 hit, and like so many others, I got laid off. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take this time that I have to start making a YouTube channel, and that's what I did. It's a lot of fun, but YouTube can be a job. It is a job, but I do it gladly and I really enjoy it. And talking to you guys is awesome too. Kerr, have you ever been on the Queen Mary 2? I have not, but I've been on the first Queen Mary. Ori Payne and get the beef jerky. I will get that. Dang, and that's why you called your channel Historic Travels? Yeah, because I wasn't just going to focus on ocean liners. When things calm down and the world opens back up and I can get traveling again, I'm going to make videos about traveling. I want to go back to London. I want to tour the UK. I want to tour Europe. I really want to go visit Pompeii. Something else I've been wanting to do is go visit Japan. I've been trying to learn some Japanese. That way I can go and tour the country. Let's see. Here, like Hajime mashite, watashi wa Samu desu. See, that's an introduction in Japanese. So, Jess, question: what draws you into the Titanic? Just the story. Did I miss a? Hang on a second. Did I miss? Oh, hey, sorry, I missed your super chat. 50 from. I can't say your name right. I'm gonna Wallin. 50 from Wallin. Thank you so much. I don't see a message though. But hey, thank you for the super chat. Sorry, I didn't mention that earlier. Oh, 10 from Danny. Thank you, Danny. Hi, I'm from Southampton, and 2/3 of all the crew were from there, so the video about how the Titanic incident happened would be cool. My relative died on it. Really? That's crazy. It would be interesting for a concept. Like, I'm from Southampton, and 2/3 of all the crew from there. So a video about how the Titanic incident happened would be cool. Something, that's a good idea. Like a timeline of events that led up to the iceberg impact and what happened to Titanic. What do you all think of this? There was another idea I had where, what was I going to say? The impact that the Titanic disaster had in Southampton, like in the families, the lives. I thought that would be really cool. David, come to Ireland and see the Nomadic. I'm coming to Ireland. When I come and visit the UK, of course, Ireland's on my list. Ice, will you go on the Titanic 2 and make a video? If they ever build it, I'm very mixed feelings on if they would do Titanic 2, as I say every stream. But if they actually do it, which I am highly skeptical, I will do it. Maybe, if I'm in the area. Let's see, Andrew. Mate, hello from the UK. I've gotten into Titanic over lockdown. Surely if Titanic had not hit an iceberg, it would have hit a mine or be sank by a German U-boat. Look at Olympic. Olympic was called Old Reliable because she never sunk. She actually sunk a U-boat. Did she sink 2? How many did everybody in the chat? Did the Olympic sink more than 1 U-boat? I know it rammed 1, but did it hit any more? I feel like it did. Harry, 5, thank you. Do you think the Titanic should ever be raised? If they could, I do not. It's a burial site, I think it's okay to save some stuff from it, but, raising the Titanic, I wouldn't do it. Isaac, I have to go now. Bye. I'm going to a bonfire with my family. Aw, have fun. One, two, one, I think. She sank two, I believe. I think there was one U-boat, 2 to 3. Okay. Alex, Hosteric Travels. Hope you're doing well this evening. Are there things you're really excited to talk about this upcoming April Titanic project? Also, I'm hoping to see Ireland, Turkey, and Russia soon. Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah, I've been keeping track of some ideas. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this whole video project yet. I was just kind of spitballing when I made that comment, but we'll see. RMS Titanic. I think Olympic is just obsessed with ramming ships. Yeah, probably. Graham. Hi, Sam. Or wait, to Sam. Oh, hi, Graham. Paxton. Historic Travels. I have a question. Please answer it. What's your question? If you're going to ask a question, just put it in the original message. That way I'll definitely see it. Doll, you're the best, and I'm here. The one and only Doll is here. Hi. Hi, Doll. Okay, so would you guys like me to play something on the violin now, or would you like me to wait a little bit longer? ITZ, would you ever do a video on the history of Edinburgh, Old Town? I've never even heard of it. I feel like I should have. I'll look into it. Thank you. Hey, Sam, will you ever do a video? Yes, play. Yes, now. All right. I'm going to see how I'm going to do this, though. I didn't think this all the way through. 5 from D. Johnson. Hi there. Love your channel. Thanks, John. Thanks for the 5. Okay. 1 second, guys. Pardon me, I am improvising a way to hold up the musical notes. Oh, 5 from Danny? Okay, let me see. Danny, his name was Richard. He was my great-great-great-grandfather. Oh, wow. Okay. I put the super chat because I want to put his name out there for respect. You know what? Respect to him. Richard Baines. I will look him up. Let me make a note of that because I actually do want to look him up. That's really cool that he's your relative. Let's see, video ideas, Richard Baines. Thank you so much for the super chat, by the way. I will look him up. And we got another super chat from, oh, hey again. Hi, my message didn't come through last time. My name is Matis. I know I'm not saying that right. Last name Wallen. Just wanted to say hi from Sweden. Hello. Will you do any video about the Estonia? The Estonia is on my list, and I'm going to do some Titanic videos for a little bit. But then I'm going to get to the Estonia. The Estonia is the next ship that I'm going to cover. All right, here we go. Sorry if y'all are sending me questions. I can't see them at the moment. So here's my violin. There we go. Let's see how this goes. Now, hey, don't judge me too harshly. Remember, I haven't played actively since I was in high school. I think like 9th grade, so a long time ago. But it's always fun. I still play it every now and again. I should have set this up sooner. There we go. Just a second, everybody. There we go. Oh, another 5. Okay. Do you think from RPD, thank you. Do you think the bacteria that is eating away at the Titanic was brought to the Titanic from one of the dives? No, I do not. I don't think it was. All right. I improvised a music stand since I don't have one. There we go. All right, let's see how this goes. And remember, everybody, don't judge too hard. Let's see. Let's see how many people can guess this song. There we go. Oh, okay. How was that? How was that? Everybody know it? Hymn to the Sea. Never an absolution. You got it. That was one of the opening songs. Yep, you got it. Great job, Sam. Let me see here. That's the intro for Zach Brown as she's walking away. Da, 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 da. Oh, there we go. So what y'all think? How was that? Considering I haven't played much in close to 10 years. I pick it up every now and again and play it. Hey Sam, will there ever be Bravo? Nice. Andrea, show your jog. I'll get Rosie here in a little bit. Benjamin, love you travels. Amazing, nice, great. One of my favorite violinists, her name's Lindsay Sterling. Have you all heard of Lindsay Sterling? She's one of my favorites. Graham, awesome, the 80s guy. Was there any let's see. Alex, I am so Danny Ron, I'm sorry, he died. Oh, who died? Sorry to hear that. Harry, whoa, hang on, these questions are coming in so fast. Let's see. Hi there, love your channel, thank you. Ron, can you do a video about the Titanic's officers? You know, a dedicated video covering all of the Titanic's officers, covering Murdoch, Lightoller, Lowe, Boxhall, that would be a good video. Evans, can you talk about the survivors of the collapsible lifeboats? I'd have to look into that. You know, I'd have to look at who was exactly in each lifeboat. I do know about the people. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Did I miss Oh, there we go. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed your super chat. I see it there. 25 from Alan. Love your videos. Can you make a video series on the Titanic inquiries, both American and British? I found the transcripts very interesting and revealing. Yes, I'm sorry I missed your super chat, but it's there. I would like to make a dedicated video talking about the inquiries. There's a really good documentary where they act out the inquiry of the Californian and what the crew went through on that. I would really like to cover that. That's a great idea. Thank you. I'll make a note of that. Titanic inquiries. Thank you. And I'm sorry for the delay in your super chat. Jay, hi Sam. You've talked about on A Sea of Glass before, but are there any other Titanic books you'd recommend? Would you do a bookshelf tour? Most of my Titanic books are in my studio. I could go up there. I could take you guys with me up there and we could take a look at it. There's a lot of good Titanic books. On A Sea of Glass is good. There's some good books on the inquiry. Titanic, the Untold Story. Titanic, the Story. I'd have to look. I'd have to look at all of them. A lot of them just say Titanic. I'd have to actually see the titles. But On A Sea of Glass is my go-to book because it's got everything in it. So, Trevor, question. Would you be willing to do a video about the Ocean Ranger disaster? My father was close to being on the oil rig, and it had a deep impact on our province in Newfoundland. Interesting, the Ocean Ranger. I've never heard of that. I will make a note of that, and I will take a look. Thank you. Ocean Ranger disaster. Got it. Thank you. Padme. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Just say, will you ever do a video on the Bismarck? Yes, the Bismarck is on my list. DJ, do a video about the Titanic pets. It is on my. I say everything's on my list. I will get to it. Let's see, Jess. I'm off to bed now. All right, have a good night, Jess. William, be great to see a video on the junior officers. They played a big part in that night. You know, that is true. I'm trying to think of some junior officers off the top of my head. If I heard the name, I would probably do it. Southern Nation, can you play Near My God to Thee? Sorta. Let me see. Can I play Near My God to Thee? Let me try here. Something like that. Anyway, close. Did we get some more super chats? Hang on. Whoa. Yes, we did. Why does it always happen when I'm distracted? Jordan, 10 from Canada. Canada. Hello, love your vids. I know you get a lot of video requests, but I'd like to throw another one at you. Okay. I would love to see you cover the sinking of the SS Princess Sophia in 1918. All right, Jordan. Well, thank you for the super chat. And I will put that on the list right now. The SS Princess Sophia. I've never heard of that. Princess Sophia. Got it. Thank you. And thanks again for the super chat. And there was another super chat as well. Larry for $25. Was there a $25 chat that I missed? I don't see it. I don't see any super chats, but thank you. Thanks for the 5. Okay, Linder. My grandfather was on the Edmund Fitzgerald before it went down. He served in 1973. That is crazy. Linder, do you have any artifacts on the Fitzgerald, like anything with its name on it? Evan, can you do a video about the SS Nomadic? I want to go see the Nomadic. You know, I want to go. I want to go and actually board the ship and talk about it then. Steve, demand come visit Albania. Okay, I'll come visit Albania. You know, another video that I want to do is talking about the binoculars. Would they have played a role in helping the Titanic miss the iceberg that night? That's something else I want to do. Show, it's been a privilege watching you tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good evening. Dash, can you make a video someday about the SS Great Eastern? It's on my list. I've already got it written down. Capron, apologies for asking. Why apologize? Can you do a video on, I think it said Lightoler's testimony? Do a dedicated video about Lightoler. Interesting. I will look into that. Thank you very much. I could cover that in my whole dedicated officers video. Oh my God, my phone's going off like crazy. All right, there we go. Let me just mute this so it doesn't ping every 2 seconds. Hi from Berlin. Awesome. Hi, Palm. Hi from West Virginia in America. Danny, I must say, wait. I guess you guys are having a conversation. Okay. Paxson, Sam, I have a question. What's your question? Wick, quiz. How long is Titanic? 882 feet. Am I right? Am I close? Right around there, I think. Alex, can you make a video on the MV Princess Victoria? She sunk off the coast of Scotland in a storm. The MV Princess Victoria. I will look into that. MV Princess Victoria. Got it. Thank you. Padme, happy to be a regular commenter on all these streams. Been into Titanic for about 13 years now and still studying. You're in the same club as all of us. We all love Titanic here. Jared, question. What would you predict would have happened to the Titanic if the people in the crow's nest would have spotted the iceberg? You know, there's actually, for those of you who don't know, there's actually a common belief that the people in the crow's nest were not the ones who discovered who noticed the iceberg first. A lot of people think it was Murdoch, because by the time the people in the crow's nest called the bridge and let them know that it was there, you know, the officer who answered the phone just said thank you and walked away. It's like he already knew. And by the time they got word in, they said the ship was already beginning to turn. So it just, if they would have been able to spot it a little bit quicker, you know, it was that mirage effect that night. Jose, can you do a video on the SS Rex? I know you won't notice. Well, I did notice. The SS Rex, I'd have to look into that. Can you do from Henry? Hexry, can you please do a video on the Fata Morgana optical illusion theory that just came out? I actually did make a video talking about that already. The optical illusion that happened the night with the iceberg. That's in my Californian video. George, please answer. Have you watched the animated Titanic movie called The Legend of Titanic? If that's that movie with the mice and all the animals and the octopus that grabs Titanic, I've seen clips of it, but I cannot bring myself to watch it. Whoa, 25 from Bo. I'm going to call your last name, Alan. 25, thank you. Can you talk more about the captain's old tradition? They should go down with the ship. Captain of Britannic saved himself, even though the passengers had died. Well, the whole go down with the ship thing, what that really means is the captain's the last one off the ship. And, you know, if there's nothing else that can be done, you know, they can abandon ship. The captain of the Britannic, you know, he signaled word to the engine room and got everybody off of the ship that could get off. So, I mean, there's no sense in him dying too. Now, if he would have just gotten a lifeboat and left the ship while it was still sailing, that would have been something else. But, you know, I mean, he literally just rode the ship down. The only thing he didn't do was go down with the ship, but there was no reason for him to. So I think that's where that is. It wasn't like the captain of the Costa Concordia. We got a 5 super chat from, well, we got 2 of them. From Cameron. Cameron, love the vids. I think an interesting would be what would happen if the power had gone out early into sinking. A what if video on what the power would have went out. I'm making note of that right now. I'd have to do some research into that, but that is very interesting. And what was your name again? Cameron? Okay, I am going to save your name, and I'm going to put this into the notes as well. And I will give you a shout out when I do that video. Thank you. Titanic power goes out. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for the super chat. We got another 5 from James. Here's a video suggestion. Okay. Did the explosion scene in the second funnel help cause the breakup, since it could have been a boiler explosion that weakened it? You know, that is an age-old question. But the Titanic broke in half right in front of the third funnel. So I don't think an explosion at the second funnel would have done anything. And besides that, the third funnel were 2 separate boiler rooms. Yeah, it's boiler room 6 and 5, 4 and 3, 2 and 1. So I don't think that would, it would depend on the scale of the explosion, but I don't think the boilers in the fourth funnel or the second funnel would have been that pressurized. So I doubt it. I think it was just strain. Did we get another 5? Thank you. Here's the other 20. I entered it wrong. Love the channel. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Larry. Linder. Yeah, so many super chats. Yeah, there's a lot of super chats tonight. Thank you all. Everybody here is amazing. Everybody here is amazing tonight. Adam, I know. Daniel, I recently found out that Charles Yalkin, good old Charles Yalkin, resided in my city of Patterson, New Jersey after the sinking, and now is buried across the street from me in Cedar Lawn Cemetery. Seriously? Daniel, I would love to see that. If you wouldn't mind, take a picture of that. I'm a member of the Facebook group Encyclopedia Titanica or Fox Starline. Take a picture of that and post it there. I would love to see that. That's really cool. Alex, Historic Travels. If you were working in the shipyards during the time that the Olympic and Olympic class were being built, what would you have wanted to? What job would I have wanted? Wait, what job would you have wanted? Ooh, you know, I would have wanted to do one of the jobs that would get me onto the guarantee group. That's what I would have wanted to do. Slinky 5, thank you. Question. Whoa. Okay. Question. Do you think you could do a video about what happened to the funnels? Because I've never seen wreck footage of them. You know, I've heard that before. I'd have to make that a dedicated wreck video, though, because there isn't really a lot to it. The Titanic's funnels were not that thick. You know, they were just meant to hold smoke. So honestly, I think they just would have decayed. You know, they just would have eroded away or, you know, fell apart. That's what I think happened to them. There really wasn't that much to it, but you know, I could mention it as a side note in like a dedicated rec video. Thank you for the super chat. Larry, finally figured it out. Keep messing up. Oh, thanks. Oh, you were trying to send one $25. Okay, I see what you were doing now. Okay, thank you. Ori Paint of Snow. Haha, very funny. I'm the one talking here. Give me a break. Wicked, do you know about the rivalry tension between the Protestant and Catholic shipyard workers? I know a little bit. I know more about the whole political uprising at the time, or the political unrest over home rule. But as far as the whole Protestant Catholic thing, I'm not an expert in that. I do need to do some. I know a little bit about it from a documentary, but that's all I know. I don't really understand the whole point of it. But did it have something to do with home rule? The cutting room floor, $2. Thank you. Have you seen Raise the Titanic? Only scenes from it. I've never watched the whole movie. Gamer Boy, can we get Rosie, please? I will get Rosie in a bit. We're 34 minutes in. I usually do 1 hour super chats, so I'll bring Rosie in towards the end. Paxson, Sam, please notice me. Hi, Paxson. I said my question. Just scroll up and you will see it. Paxson, there's a lot of comments here. The best way, just put in your message. Put in the whole question. Just keep repeating the question, and I'll see it eventually. Hi, I had. Adam, yay, Rosie. Ha. I'll get Rosie in a bit. David, $7. Nice. According to the journal, The Engineer in 1912, bruises may said the Titanic didn't have searchlights and it contributed to the accident. I have never heard that. Searchlights on the Titanic. Did any other ships at the time have searchlights on board? Like to shine them out? I never even heard about that. Thank you for the super chat. John D. Hi, John. Sees like ships of time would have had gigantic searchlights. Seems like ships at the time would have had giant searchlights like cars had headlights. You know, that is true. That would have been a very interesting concept. Did any ships at the time have that? But I don't think mirages were very well known back then, because you got to think people knew about icebergs and mirages and stuff. So, Tedo, notice, can you do a video on the MS Estonia? The Estonia is on my list. Why did the smokestacks fall? Oh, there were a number of factors. I actually made a video about that. But, there's a whole lot of debate about the smokestacks that it'd take me too long to explain it all. But it was water pressure acting on them, the cables that held the funnels to the ship having problems. There's all kinds of reasons about that. I made a dedicated video about that, though. Thanks for the question. Ron, 50, thank you. Wait, no, not Ron. Alan, thank you. 50. Question, how come the crow's nest didn't have binoculars while they were entering an ice region at night and at full speed? Also, you agree with Jack Phillips getting blamed for not relaying the ice warning? Okay. Wow, that's a big question here. Okay, so let's see how to address it. How come the crow's nest? There's a lot of debate about the binoculars. I've heard they were locked up, but they wouldn't have really helped. Maybe during the daytime they would have helped, but at night, the ocean is pitch black, there's no moon. You're not going to be looking through binoculars trying to see out. The best way to see at night with no moon and nothing is with the naked eye. Because the only way they spotted the iceberg was by seeing the black mass of the berg against the horizon. So I think binoculars would have hurt them. I think they wouldn't have spotted it as well. So that's my opinion on that. Do you also agree with Jack Phillips getting blamed for not relaying the ice message? I don't blame Jack Phillips. They were overwhelmed with passenger messages. They were sending ice warnings up, and it was just a bad situation. He should have delivered the ice warning. Don't take that the wrong way. He should have taken the ice warning up. But what I'm saying is I understand why it didn't happen. He just got overwhelmed. He wasn't thinking right. He was tired, just like anybody would be. People make bad decisions when they're tired. So that's my opinion on that. Oh, we got another 20. Thank you, Chester. That's awesome. Can you do a video on the Herald of Free Enterprise? Is a ferry boat that capsized on its way to England when it hit a sandbar. A lot of passengers were trapped and the ship is laying on its side. I've never heard of that. Let's see, the Herald of Free Enterprise. I am going to take a look. I'm saving that into my notes. Thank you for the super chat. That is amazing. Listen, I get so many video ideas from all of you. I couldn't thank you all enough. And paste. And what was your name again? Ferry. And Chester the Griffin. Gotcha. All right, I'll give you a shout out when I make that video. And paste. Sorry if I go quiet while I'm doing this. I'm adding notes to my computer. Oh, another 5. Thank you from Says Who. Says Who. What is your larger Titanic model, and did you build it? I did not build it. It was actually a Christmas gift from my brother, and he found it in an antique store. It was like the model, like the packaging is from like the 60s. Like it even says on the box, it's been 60 years since the Titanic went down. So the 80s guy, please notice me. Please answer. Were there any non-Christians on the Titanic? Because I know they had Sunday service. So what about the other faiths? I'm sure there were. I think Christianity was the primary religion. Just because England, it was primarily Christian, like a Christian Catholic kind of thing. I'm sure there were other religions and services on board, but I haven't heard of anything off the top of my head. It all depends on the culture of whatever ship you're on, Gamer Boy, thank you. The food that they ate on the Titanic, please. I'd have to look into that. There's actually a really good video by Titanic Honor and Glory. They did a video at the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island about that. So, but I could do some research on that. I've never really thought about it too much. Dylan, you should do a video on the Costa Concordia disaster. It is on my list. It is on my list. That would make a good shirt. What do you guys think? Whenever I do get merch out, should I make a shirt that says it's on the list, or it's on the list, and then have like historic travels? What do y'all think of that? Captain Spammels, Sam, can you do a video on Molly Brown and what happened to her? It's already on my channel. It's one of my older videos, but it's there. Pacific, hi Sam. Hi Sam. Hi Pacific. Alvin, question. What do you think would have happened to Titanic if it would have hit the iceberg right ahead instead of on the side? I think she would have suffered massive structural damage. Because you got to think, Titanic was traveling at 21 knots or so. And if it would have just went full speed, hit the iceberg, and then just stopped, everything inside the ship would have launched forward. Massive structural damage. I think at those speeds, she just would have dropped. That's what I think would have happened. Did I see another super chat? Yes, I did. Chester the Wolf, 5. Thank you. Congrats on 20K. Thanks, Chester. Asher, 5. There's no message, but thank you. You know, I remember when I hit my first 5,000 subs, and 20,000 subs just seemed like a pipe dream. You know, I never thought I would get there. So thank you all so much. Captain Alex, hey again, Sam. I got a question regarding Britannic's debris. Why anyone brought up any debris, any Britannic's debris for future generations to see? Have they brought up any wreckage from Britannic? I've actually never thought about that before. And did they bring up the bell? I feel like they brought up the bell, but I don't know that much about the Britannic's debris field or what artifacts they brought up. I know they do have stuff that was supposed to be on the ship but wasn't. But another 2 more 5s. Holy cow! 5 from Cameron. Thrilled you liked my idea. Can't wait to see it. Wanted to drop a little extra for support. Thanks, Cameron. You are awesome. Doll, Rosie, please. I'll get Rosie in a bit. Jeff, $5. Can you do a video on the Sultania, the worst U.S. maritime disaster? It's already on the list. Solid Nation, historic. Have you seen my comment in the most recent vid? No, I haven't seen your recent comments. Just leave it, put it in the comments for this video when it gets archived, and I'll take a look. Ricky, hello, I'm a big fan. Hi, Ricky. Hold on a second, guys. Somebody's helping me do the chat, and they send me stuff on here. Okay, all right, what's next? Joe, I don't think you're allowed to take debris and stuff from the Britannia because it's considered a war grave. Okay, that makes sense. What about like Lusitania or something like that? Paxton sent a message. Can you do a video on what happened to Britannic if it would have snapped in a V-break? Do a video on like how Britannic would have broken into. I'd have to think about it, but yeah, that's interesting. Thanks, Paxton. Paxton, was that the question? I think I saw it. I think I just read it. Somebody, person who's helping me with the chat texted it to me. Let's see. Toy Story fan. Video idea. RMS Olympic. It's on the list. Angel. Hey, hi, Angel. Claudia, is Titanic your favorite ship? Yeah, it's the ship that's closest to my heart, but I really like the Queen Mary too. And as far as recent ships, I like the Disney ships. Padme, can you do a video on why the Lusitania wreck is in such bad shape? That's a loaded question, and there's a lot of conspiracies around that. So we'd have to dig into that, but I could look into it. That'd be a lot of hypothetical guessing, but I personally think it was the British bombing the wreck. That's my opinion. Elise, please notice me. Can you do a video on the Titan, which was from the book The Wreck of the Titan? It's on the list, and I have this right here, so I will get to it. This video is going to be called Was the Titanic Disaster Predicted? So it's on the list. Oh, there's my violin. Captain Spamnell, Sam, can you do a video on why the Britannic's bow collapsed on the ocean floor? I covered that in my Britannic video. 5 from Says Who. Hi, thank you. Do you think they'll ever salvage items from inside the wrecks and it's disgrading so fast? The Marconi set, the clock from the Strauss suite. I hope so. You know, I would hate for those artifacts to be lost. You know, I think they really do need to start trying to bring some stuff up. Because we are losing the Titanic. Cool guy, can you visit the Titanic? I would love to someday. Riz, why do you always look at your phone? Because somebody is helping me. A friend is helping me manage the chat. And if I miss a super chat or something like that, then they let me know about something I missed. That's why I use my phone. Because it's kind of hard to keep up with all the chats in this. Specifically, Rogue, love your Titanic vids, bro. They should definitely bring stuff up. Oh, okay. Yeah, they should bring some stuff up, I think. The Rake, wonder how much of a donation would be needed to fund a Titanic expedition? A lot of money. I think it's close to like $120,000 just for one person to dive down on a submarine. I can't imagine how much it costs to do an expedition. Lisa D, hi Sam, hi Lisa, welcome to the stream. Okay, would you guys like me to take a moment and go get Rosie and bring Rosie into the chat once again? Nez, Historic Travels video idea. What if the Titanic was torpedoed instead of hitting an iceberg? It would all depend on where the Titanic was struck by the torpedo. That's the big factor. Where was it hit? David, 279, thank you. Is the Halifax explosion on the list? Yes, it is. Ron, 25, thank you. Wait, no, that's wrong. I keep saying wrong. That's the currency. Alan, for the loss of life, I blame number one, the imprudent speed at which the ice region at the night low visibility, true, and Jack Phillips and the Californian ignoring the Titanic signals. They were going too fast. I'll go with that. But at the time, it wasn't unusual for them to go fast until they saw an iceberg because they weren't thinking about mirages. So, and Jack Phillips was just overworked and he made a mistake. You know, it's one of the million mistake. Still bad, but it did happen. And the Californian, I think that was unexcusable. You know, I mean, there is a lot of debate if it was the Californian or not. I think it was, just because of the weird things the crew were seeing. And the only thing that I say, I think Stanley Lord just didn't think it through. You know, I think he should have said, get off the chart room settee, go up on deck, see what's up, wake up the wireless guy. Stanley Lord's mistake was he didn't investigate, you know. There was a 5, thank you, from teacher. Have you ever found any sources that claim Captain Smith was still alive after the sinking? I think he was claimed to be spotted in Ohio. There was a ton of mistaken identity. Shoot, what was his name? He was on the guarantee group. Alfie Cunningham, I think. Yeah, because they thought that he was all the guarantee group died on Titanic. They were part of the engineering group. And I believe they thought that he survived as well. I mean, I'm sure there's people that look like people, so I don't believe Captain Smith survived. 5, thank you, from ZB. How accurate is Honor and Glory's Harlan and Wolf? I hopefully will be able to getting a Historic Travels tour of there someday. I'm definitely going to cover that. And as far as how accurate it is, I've never been there. I've only seen a few pictures, but from what I've seen, it looks great. But I'd have to actually go there and tour it myself and then give you an opinion on how accurate it is. But knowing how meticulous they are, I'd say it's pretty accurate. Chronic, glad the countdown worked last night. Yeah, the first time it actually worked. Thank you, Lord. Please bring Rosie. Okay. All right. Shh. Okay. In order to attract the Rosie, I got the secret weapon. Uh-oh. She's already coming. Hi, Rosie. Say hi to everybody. All right. There's Rosie. All right. Did I just get a super chat? Oh, no. Okay. There's Rosie. All right, Rosie. Time for your usual tricks. Here we go. All right, right in front of the camera, Rosie. All right, Rosie, right here. Come on. All right, sit. You're already lifting your ball. All right, ready? All right, here, Rosie. Get ready to catch this, okay? 1, 2, 3. Good job. You're so good. Oh, she's a mess. So cute. Hi, Rosie. So cute. Oh, Rosie. I love how you guys love Rosie. Rosie loves all of you all too. And I tell you, she's a mess as well. There's a dog. My neighbor has a German Shepherd next door. And I have a fenced-in backyard, but with that German Shepherd and Rosie are both outside at the exact same time, Rosie just takes off running after them, and they just kind of play. So it's hard to get her to come inside first thing in the morning when I'm very sleepy. But if I'm not paying attention and I have her hooked up to my leash, she'll take off running so fast while I'm still dazed because I'm half awake or half asleep, and she'll rip my arm off because she runs with such force. Like, I have to keep an eye on her. Lunar, can you make a video on the disadvantages of the undersized rudder on the Titanic and the advantages of the triple screw system? The ship was hard to stop and hard to turn. As far as the ship being hard to stop, I think she could stop in just under half a mile. I could be wrong, or a fourth of a mile. You know, it's less than her, like around a third of her own length is how much it took Titanic to stop. And as far as the rudder being too small, I've heard mixed opinions on that. I think it might have been a little bit too small, but I don't think it was a major factor, you know. Because Harlan and Wolff they were good shipbuilders, but that's just something else that's come around. But I'm not an expert in that, so I'd have to do some research and get back to you. It's hit or miss, like what I've read about the rudder being too small. Rosie is almost 3. Alice Crawford, have you heard the story of Tommy Miller? Tommy Miller. Tommy Miller, was he the guy who gave the 2 pennies to his children? Like the 2 pennies, like yeah, and like his wife died during Titanic's construction, and he gave the 2 pennies to his kids right before he left on Titanic. Am I right? I think that's who Tommy Miller was. Alice Crawford. Yes, he was. Got it. Man, that was straining my brain a little bit. Lusitania, I have things to do. Sad face. All right, have a good night, Lusitania. Jared, walking dogs is fun, but challenging if not fully aware. Yeah, Rosie comes and gets me first thing in the morning. Like, she'll usually wake me up around 5 or 6 in order to take her out to use the bathroom. And if I'm not paying attention, like, I'll just be holding the leash and she'll rip my arm off. Ron, do you like the movie Home Alone? Why all the angry faces? And yes, I do. Home Alone's a good movie. Have a good night, Lusitania. 14 Travels. Have you heard of Mike Hunt? I have not. I feel like, let's see. Wicked, she could stop at 800 yards. Okay. I'd like to see comparisons to does anybody know how long it would take Lusitania to stop? If Titanic was 800 yards, how long did it take Lusitania to stop? The 80s guy, what would Titanic's role have been in World War I? Probably a troop ship or a hospital ship, maybe similar to the Queen Mary. Former thing, Historic Travels. Can you do a video on the chain of command of Titanic and other White Star Line ships, like the chief officer and junior officers? I'd have to research by that, but that's a pretty good video. That's a really good idea. Like the chain of command on Titanic. Chain of command. Thank you. I made a note. Whoa, 20 from Palm Tree. Thank you so much. Video idea, battleships. Trips was the second of the 2 Bismarck-class battleships built for Nazi Germany. Keep up the fantastic work. Man, you guys are giving me so many good ideas. All right, I'm going to put that in my notes as well. Thank you so much for the super chat. I didn't know that there were other types of Bismarck-type battleships. I thought the Bismarck was its own category. I didn't know there were others. I mean, it makes sense there'd be others, but learn something new every day. Thank you. Ron, I'm leaving. Bye, sad face. Have a good night, Ron. Everybody say goodbye to Ron. Everybody in the chat say bye to Ron. He's been a good trooper tonight. Drew, hey Sam, can you do a video about the Grand Duchess Anastasia? The Romanovs. That could be an off-topic video talking about all of them. That's a good idea. Do something about the Romanovs. Paxton, can we do a question game like we did last time? You know what I want to do for the next time I do a question game is I want to actually sit down and think of some questions because it's hard for me to pull them up off the top of my head. So I want to sit down and actually really try to figure out these questions and just try to really challenge you guys. Like, I really want to come up with some good ones. So we'll go from there. Maybe next time I'll do a question challenge. I want to challenge everybody because you guys are very smart. Let's see. All right, guys, we're at 54 minutes into the live stream, so I'll probably be wrapping up the chat in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. So just giving everybody a heads up. Bye, Ron. Crunchwrap, what's your best skateboard trick? Well, I have a cruising board. I just ride. I don't do tricks. Lots of studios. Why does your Titanic poster have a white line separating the hull? Bill, this is just kind of an Art Deco thing. You know, this isn't like meant to be 100% super accurate. This is just like a cool Art Deco Titanic thing. But it's still cool. It's a cool little gift. I like it. Fire. Why is the Titanic really the first ship to send the SOS? No, it wasn't. The Titanic is the most famous, but it was not the first ship. I forget what was the first ship. But the Titanic is the one that made it famous. Pacific video idea on the Yamato. The Yamatos will be covered. Do not worry. Adam. Oh, I missed the super chat. Did I miss a super chat? Holy crap. Oh, Alex, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I missed your super chat. Just saying hi. Thank you for the 5, by the way. I try to watch all your live streams. I'm the one who gave you the Dogs of the Titanic idea. Okay. Thanks, Alex. It is on the list. Alex, Dogs of the Titanic. Alex. Dogs of the Titanic. Okay. You have to pardon me, guys. Whenever I'm putting in notes for video ideas, I can't see the chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but people in the chat, didn't John Jacob Astor, wasn't he the guy who went down into the kennel and freed the dogs during the sinking? I believe it was John Jacob Astor. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Am I right about that? Ugh, hurt my neck today. Dylan, have you seen the Britannic movie? No, I have not. I've seen clips of it. Yes, I think so. Okay. So I was right about that. Isn't that mentioned in A Night to Remember? I feel like it was. Bob, I hope I'm not late. You made it to the chat, Bob, but I'm going to be wrapping up the stream probably in the next 10 minutes or so. Baron, hello from a towboat on the Illinois River. That's awesome. Thank you. You watching on your cell phone or using cellular to watch this? Captain Spammo, Sam, you should do a video on building a Titanic model. Notice me. Actually, I've never built a Titanic model. All the models I have, see, this model was actually 3D printed and made by the team at Titanic Honor and Glory. The only reason it doesn't have a crow's nest is because it broke, or the mast that broke. But I've got Titanic here. Oh, I just dropped it. I've got Titanic. I've got Britannic. And I've got Lusitania. These are all the models that I've got 3D printed from the Titanic Honor and Glory team. And I just got another super chat. We got 10 from Diggy the dog. Cool. Have you seen the Kempton Part triple steam engine video? It is said to be the same similar engines as Titanic. Have you thought about doing a video about the Titanic's engines? I actually have not, but I am not familiar with that. The Kempton Pack triple steam engine. I will make a note of that and save it. And I will look into that. Thank you so much for your super chat. Amazing. Do a dedicated video about the Titanic's engines and maybe translate that to how the ship was powered. But I'm not an electrician, so I would have to research like how the voltages and stuff work because I'm not an expert in that by any means. So, but thank you. Donut, have you thought about doing a video about the gantry davits of the Britannic? Not many people talk about how they worked and if they help more or less than normal. Well, I didn't make a dedicated video about them, but I do talk about those davits. I do talk about the gantry davits in my dedicated Britannic video. See, this model's even got the. Tell you, these models are no joke because they got all the lifeboat details accurate to the Britannic. You can see the gantry davits plain as day, and I believe this gantry davit is still visible on the wreck. It broke during the evacuation. Bose, did Titanic reverse engines before the collision like in a James Cameron movie? If it hit the berg head on while in reverse, the speed wouldn't be that high? Well, I don't think they did reverse the engines, but you see, the thing is, it was just too close. You know, if they did slow down the ship and hit it head on, there is a good chance that it would have made it. But they were, 30 seconds away? So they just didn't have time. Fox Starline, Sam, hi, Fox. Ricky, video idea. You should make a video on the Titanic's officers and where they were last seen on the Titanic, such as Smith, Wilde, Murdoch, and Moody. Ooh, I do talk about where some of the officers are. I had made a video talking about Murdoch and Lightoller, and I've talked about Smith and Andrews, but all the other officers. Interesting. Thank you. Very good idea. Ethan, Historic Travels, what is your opinion on Albert Ballin and his influence on ocean liners? Many modern luxuries or passenger ships were thanks to him. Will you do a video on his legacy? To be honest, I've never heard of him, but I will research him and let you know. Learn something new every day. Put that in the notes. So many note-taking tonight. Whoa. Computer freeze. Paste. Thank you. Cool. Thank you. All right. Did we get another? No. Okay. Ricky, thank you. Captain Alex, I wonder if you got any pieces from Aquitania's interior. If you got, no, I don't have anything from Aquitania. Alvis, how do you feel about Titanic 2? Very mixed feelings. I don't like the idea that they're doing it because I think it's kind of a cash grab because the Titanic is a very small ship by today's standards. Jess, I like your new haircut. Well, thank you. Ron, why is there a white line on the Titanic? It's just an Art Deco Titanic picture. It's not meant to be accurate. It's just a cool thing for the living room. All right, everybody, we've hit the 1 hour mark, so I'll take a couple of more last minute questions, and then I'm going to wrap up the chat for this evening. So maybe another 5 minutes or so. Ricky, Murdoch was my favorite officer. What's yours? Murdoch, definitely. Honestly, Captain Smith was really good too. You know, I don't think he was really in as much of a daze as people say he was, but you got to think about the strain and the stress he was under. I mean, what would you guys think if you were the captain of Titanic? Okay, all right. Here, let's do a question real quick. What would you guys do if you were the captain of Titanic? Keep your answers real brief, but if you were the captain on Titanic, would you do things any differently? Oh, we got a 5 from Sam. Hey, we have the same name. Have you considered a video about James Cameron himself and how many dives he's done to the wreck in the Mariana Trench? A dedicated video about James Cameron. A dedicated video about James Cameron. That's a great idea because, you know, it's thanks to him I even got into Titanic. A dedicated video on James Cameron. You know, I cannot believe I never thought of that. James Cameron video topic. From Sam. Thank you. I will consider that. And thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Hold on a second, guys. Ori Painum, I'm gonna make a dedicated video. I know what your little surprise is, but let's make a dedicated Ori Painum. I'm gonna do a dedicated video on the surprise, so let's hold off on that for tonight, and I will make a dedicated video about that tomorrow. Okay. We will cover that tomorrow, but just a little heads up, guys. Something that has been a long time promised is coming very soon. So that's what he's talking about. We were talking about announcing it tonight, but I didn't get a chance to look over everything today. But I'm going to do that this evening or tomorrow, and then I will make a dedicated video announcing it. So we'll do that tomorrow. Awesome job. Hello. Do you have a favorite naval ship? Honestly, I've never really thought about it, so I guess not. But Sam's diving to the Titanic. I wish. That's your hint, everybody, and I'm sure some of you can figure it out. Something that I have talked about for a very long time and said it's coming soon. It's coming soon. Well, it's actually about to start. So there's your hint. I'll make a dedicated video as a travel announcement, most likely tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But I want to look over everything before we announce anything. Roblox, how old are you, Sam? I am 29. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap up the chat here. I'm going to wrap up the live stream in just a minute. I'll take a couple of last-minute questions, and then we'll go from there. Isaiah, do you like the Queen Mary 2? I do like the Queen Mary 2. I just haven't been on board. Let's see. Roblox, how old are you? I am 29. Ori Painham, can we talk tonight? Maybe. I'll let you know. You have my Facebook. We'll talk on there. Codename, could you do a video on the RMS Empress of Ireland? It's on the list. Everybody always asks me to do a video on the Empress of Ireland. So we will cover that. Ori Painham, we will talk. Don't worry, man. HMS Victory is also on the list. Okay, I'm looking for one last Titanic question, and then I'm going to conclude the chat. Let's see. 29 and looking fine. Oh, yeah. For some reason, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air came to mind right there. Okay. Are you going to make a dedicated video on the Andrea Doria? Yes, it's also on the list. And Andrea Doria is something that I am going to do as well. One last super chat from JP. Oh, whoa, 2 more super chats. Okay. Sorry, I just tuned in. Cheers, Sam. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks, JP. And the $5 super chat was from CB Punk. Thank you. Hey, Sam, since Captain Smith was going to retire after the voyage, was there ever going to be a successor? I don't know if they did have a successor in mind. I'm sure they did. Somebody who was just going to take over after the voyage. But I've never heard anything about that. And I'm sure maybe I could find that. That might make a really good dedicated video. Who was going to be Captain Smith's successor after the Titanic? Thanks, CB Punk. That's awesome. All right, everybody. I'm going to conclude the chat for this evening. Thank you all so much for being here. The questions were awesome. Everybody who did super chats, you guys are amazing. Everybody's amazing. You all are awesome. I hope you liked my little violin playing tonight. That was a lot of fun. All right, guys. Well, hey, you all are amazing. Keep doing what you do. And thank you for being patient with me during all the whole re-upload stuff I've had to do. That's been fun, to say the least. But yeah, all right, everybody. Well, hey, thank you all so much for being here. You all stay safe out there. And I'm going to be doing live streams every week now. So Saturday at 7 p.m., unless I say otherwise. Assume that's going to be the time for the live stream. So I hope to see you guys next week. All right, everybody. Well, hey, you stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good night, everybody.